City series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Doran Becker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree. What's up everybody, it's Sneakerhead M Checks. I got the Awake New York Jordan 5s in the black and blue colorway, which released at Awake New York a couple of days ago and are going to be releasing on the Sneakers app this Saturday, August 30th. So as usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. I'm going to put these on and step around them so y'all can see they look on feet. After that, I'm going to share my opinion on the shoe, and then I'm going to talk about release predictions, reselling predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. Leather's pretty soft. The shoe itself has a really firm structure, but the leather has that smooth, soft feel. They come with black laces and an extra pair of white and an extra pair of blue, as you can see. Blue lace lock with the black Jumpman on them. 3M tongue with the Awake New York Jordan collab logo up here, where the Jumpman replaces the second A in Awake. Little silver speckle here on the blue part. These come with a special, well, it's not really special, they just added AwakeNY to it, but Nike hang tag. It's like a translucent red. Now I'm gonna get it out the way so we can see the rest of the upper clearly. They got the big A right here for Awake, obviously, and they got some suede right here surrounding it. Back here you got the NY in blue and gray on the right shoe. If you look at the left shoe, it has the 23. The inner side's got this A here as well. And I feel like over here was really necessary because without the NY or the 23 on this side and with, you know, barely any blue on it, this is really, I don't want to say plain, but I feel like this side would have been a little bit boring without that, especially compared to the other side. Nike Air on the back. I feel like they should have put that Awake New York Jumpman collab logo that's on the tongue back here instead, but no matter what you put back here, that blue on black looks too crazy. Back side of the tongue is blue, says Air Jordan upside down. Interior is all black. Insoles have the Nike logo with the swoosh and then say AwakeNY under. Translucent and black outsole, says Nike here. Collab logo up here. Here's the box they come in. Same base as a regular Jordan 5s box, just with a Awake New York twist. See, they got the collab logo right here with a slick finish. Kind of pops out a little bit. This too, both sides. And over here it says Awake New York, Jordan 23, Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, Staten Island. And that same text is patterned all over this paper inside. The shoes come wrapped, so this is just like the wrapping paper for them for both shoes. A little divider in here, and here's the box label. Air Jordan 5 Retro OG SP in black and racer blue. Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, now see they look on feet.
The hating, I never did it, I ain't on that shit. Like a leash and dog collar might be on your bitch. We might get into a jam, have to take that hit. My 6'9" with a baddie, but I ain't gon' snitch. Never that. You already know, if I say I'm gonna do it, then for sure it's a go. And you know I really got it, I don't do it for show. I'm always thinking about how I can get my money to grow.
Nah, these are fire. See, everybody been talking about the pink shits, but to me, these are the ones. I was a little hesitant about them personally at first because they kind of remind me of the Racer Blue 5, and I wasn't sure if I really needed both. I really don't need both, but at the same time, I don't want to get rid of either of them. See, Racer Blues are a more calm, basic looking shoe, but general release or not, these are always sexy to me. These are definitely sleepers. The Awakes are a louder looking shoe, got more going on, the big ass A in the middle, we've never seen that before. The contrast on the stitching, you know, the NY on the side of one shoe, definitely more attention grabbing than these. So I think these are something that I'd more likely wear on some chill shit, whereas these being a little bit more attention grabbing, I may be more likely to wear them when I'm going out somewhere where I'll probably see more people. Not that I'm out here, you know, attention seeking or shit like that, but I am single, and it's not like bitches is really gonna run down to you about your sneakers like that. I mean, it does happen here and there. If you know, you know, but trust me, I know that a lot of these women don't even be knowing what the fuck we wearing half the time. Like, some of them do. Let me take that back. And the ones that do, the ones that really know they shit, I like that. That's eternal. But 9 times out of 10, 8, 9 times out of 10, these bitches don't be knowing what the fuck we got on. If it's not like super mainstream hype, they probably don't know what it is. They'll know the brand name, like they know these are Jordans, but a lot of them won't even be able to tell you that these are 5s. And if they can, there's a great chance they won't be able to say anything about the colorway or anything. Like, they just be like, oh yeah, you got the Jordans. But my point is, if that opportunity does present itself, like I said, women is really not running down on you about your Jordans. Like, but every so often you'll get oh, I like those nice sneakers, or, you know, what are those? Like, and obviously in a respectful way, like not trying to play your shit. And if that is gonna happen, it's way more likely to happen with these than these. So like, they may not know to call them 5s, but they know what 5s look like. They've seen 5s before, and they've seen plenty of Jordan 5s that look like this, where even if they haven't seen this colorway, they've seen this makeup in a different color. Whereas these, like I said, they got a little bit more going on. They ain't never seen this A on the side unless they've seen these or the pink shits already. So if they hadn't seen it yet, they may be like, oh, I like your sneakers, I never seen those before, what's the A mean? And don't let it be a bitch who name start with A. Come on, bro, you right in there. That's easy conversation. You didn't even have to run down. She started the conversation with you. That's how you know she interested. And it's not all about that for me. Trust me, I do not begin sneakers to impress these bitches. Like I said, they don't even be knowing what the fuck is going on. Anything in my collection, anything you ever see me wear is for me, because I like them. But sometimes I do get indecisive on what to wear, so then that's when I'll try to use what I'm about to do or who I'm about to see or might see to help me decide on what I'm about to wear somewhere. And it really more so be what I'm about to do. I feel like this is common sense, but apparently not, because I feel like the more I talk to people about this, the more I find that people don't think this way. Especially if you have a good amount of shoes and to the point where you can kind of like think about what you're wearing. Like shit like Undefeated 4s, Tokyo 5s, Travis Scott 4s, anything with the suede upper that's not like black, any non-black suede upper, I just feel like you got to be real cautious about that. So like, for example, those 3 I just named, Travis Scott's, Tokyo's, Undefeated 4s, I'm not wearing those out to the club or somewhere where I got a good chance of somebody stepping on my sneakers. Or I'm not wearing those somewhere where it might rain, where I'm gonna get the fucking raindrops all over that color suede. And you know what I mean? Like, I dead ass feel like that's common sense, because who the fuck is wearing their Undefeated 4s in the rain? Or, I don't know, to a party where there's gonna be a lot of drinking, somebody's probably gonna be drunk and spill some shit on you. Like, to me, that's common sense, but I dead feel, I've been in some places where I've seen people wear some shoes where I'm like, bro, did you even think? I mean, now if that's your only pair of shoes, that's different. But like, if you had options, if you had more than just those in the crib and you decided to, like, you know what I mean? That's the way I always think, like, you know, what am I about to do? What shoes can I wear to this without like having to like worry about them all night? You know what I mean? Like a shoe like this, black leather, much harder to get dirty. I could wear these somewhere like that and not have to worry about fucking them up. I wear Undefeateds to the club. I'm not even gonna be able to enjoy myself, because I'm gonna constantly be like looking around, making sure nobody too close to my feet, looking around, making sure nobody's spilling some shit on my shoes. Like, I can't even enjoy myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm a sneakerhead. I keep my shits clean, but I'm also gonna enjoy myself. I wear my shoes and I enjoy wearing my shoes. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to keep your shits clean and still live life, you got to be a little strategic like that. But yeah, let me not get off topic. I'm mentioning other shoes and shit. But yeah, leave me a comment and let me know which Awake 5s you like best. Do you prefer these, or do you prefer the pink pair? The pink pair, if you didn't know already, was an Awake exclusive. They did EQL raffles on the 17th, one for in-store pickup and one for shipping. Awake also did a shipping only raffle for this pair, same day and same time. And now, like I said earlier, there will be another opportunity to get these on the sneakers app Saturday. Just these though, because like I said, the pink pair only released at Awake. There's only supposed to be 7,000 pairs of those, and they're all numbered. These are not numbered. I'm not sure what the stock is, but I would assume it's definitely more than 7,000. And I don't know if it's just me, but the pink pair is supposed to be the more limited pair, but I feel like I've been seeing those more than I've been seeing these. I don't know. That might change once these drop on sneakers and more pairs get out there. But yeah, the hype in general is just crazy. You know the hype on a shoe is crazy when people start really bitching about backdooring. It's so crazy to me because I think it's pretty common knowledge that backdooring happens every release. Like every single pair of shoes that come out, somebody got them backdoored. But it's like when the Trophy Room 1s came out, you would have thought that that was the first shoe to ever be backdoored in history. I ain't never heard so many people complain about a shoe being backdoored when whatever shoe came out before then got backdoored, the shoe that came out after those got backdoored. I didn't see people complaining about any shoe the way they complain about the Trophy Rooms. Now, there were other factors that went into that, like the whole Marcus Jordan thing and saying if they don't have the blue laces, they're not legit, all of that. So I always feel like that just played a major role in it. But there is no Marcus Jordan in this situation, so it's just like I still don't understand why everybody was so mad about these being backdoored. My only guess could be because the pink pair was supposed to be limited to 7,000 pairs, which is a very low amount of stock, and if you already have a low stock and a high demand and people are backdooring, it's frustrating. I understand people being mad, but like it's just the picking and choosing when to be mad. Like there's other limited Brick by Brick 4s, great example. Arguably sneaker of the year. Very, very, very sought after shoe. That shit was backdoored crazy. Now, I don't think I've heard one person complain about the Brick by Bricks being backdoored. shoe of the year. But the Awake 5s, oh my gosh, everyone's backdoor and they're so unethical. I'm trying to understand like where y'all choose to complain and where y'all choose to just kind of ignore it or act like it's not happening. I don't know. But anyway, a couple people got scammed by this girl on Twitter. There was allegedly some friends and family link going around for the Awake 5s. She had it and said that she got it from an Awake New York employee. I don't know. I never heard of a friends and family link. I never heard of anything like that before. I thought friends and family pairs just got sent to the selected friends and family. I'd never heard of, you know, them doing links or anything like that, but I don't know for sure. Unfortunately, I'm not on anybody's Jordan friends and family list yet. But anyway, shorty had the link and she was selling it to people on Twitter. You can see people were shouting her out and stuff, posting screenshots of checkout confirmations, her tweeting about herself, talking about she's the plug. So people are sending her money to get the secret friends and family link to purchase the Awake 5s. And eventually she stopped sending it to people. A lot of people sent her money and did not get a checkout link. I don't know how much they paid her. Somebody said $350. I don't know if that's true or not. But no matter how much it was, people were mad. They wanted their refunds and they never received them. Once the whole situation started going viral, she made a post on Instagram pretty much telling everybody that she didn't care and that people were dumb and stupid for being so trusting. I do not condone or applaud the type of shit that she did in any way, but I'm not gonna lie, she is kind of right about what she said on the Instagram post. What she did was fucked up, but we as adults have to be some sort of responsible with our money and not be so gullible. Cause like, no offense to her, but like, who the fuck is she? Like, let me get this straight. Y'all just seen some random girl on Twitter that you don't know, that you probably don't even follow, saying that she was the plug for the Awake 5s with no type of credibility, no type of like obvious or proven connection to Jordan or Awake or just anything. I seen her, you know, wearing some Jordans and shit like that. Like, she looked like she's into sneakers, but like, to be a person that would have a friends and family link to a limited release like the Awake 5s, like, are you shitting me? Like, were y'all thinking at all? And then you paying her what, $350? I really hope that's not true. Like, I feel like I asked for that shit. Like, it's like you wanted to get scammed. If you that caught up in the hype, you that thirsty for the shoe, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta shell out the money to just buy it from a reputable source, not just some random girl you seen on Twitter. And here's the thing, who was the people co-signing her? Did y'all know the people co-signing her? Because that's crazy to me too. Like, I don't know how many people it was, but like, how hard would it be for this girl to make a couple accounts or pay somebody to tweet and say, hey, you know, this girl got me these shoes? Like, I cannot fall for anything like that. So market on these has shot down a couple $100s over the past like week and a half. They were at like $800-900 for a little while, and then they started dropping down between like $5 and $6 the other day. Right now they're around close to 500 in most sizes, which is still a little bit more than double retail. So needless to say, the sneakers at release is going to be tough. I don't know how many pairs they're going to have, but with the market being where it's at, you're definitely going to have to compete with resellers and bots and all that. So regardless of what happens Saturday, whether they jump up a little after release or not, I can see these getting as low as like 4, maybe even 3 something at some point. So if you want these and don't get them for retail and are still going to get them elsewhere, I think you'll be able to save some money by waiting a little if you have the patience to do so. I just feel like they don't have enough demand for this colorway for them to stay at 500. I mean, I personally love them. I think it's a beautiful colorway, but I'm just basing it on the way other people are talking about them. I feel like people like the pink way more. Anybody trying to resell these, I think you're better off playing it safe and getting rid of them as soon as you can. Because as you can see, they've already dropped like 50% in price just in like a week and a half. So obviously they're not going to drop that much again, but they're definitely going to go down some more. So anybody trying to resell these, I think you're better off playing it safe and just selling them now. This is the first Awake Jordan collab ever, so there's not even any previous releases to base a prediction off of. It could definitely go either way. Who knows? Awake might become a real popular brand in the near future, and that might really turn these up, but I don't know. If it were me, I would avoid the risk and just sell them now. If you're still watching this and you want these, I'm wishing you the best of luck and getting them in your size for retail. Keep in mind, this is Jordan 5. Jordan 5s usually run a little bit big, so you may be okay going a half size down. If this was helpful in any way or taught you anything, I really appreciate if you liked the video. And if you're interested in more reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Once you're subscribed, make sure you tap that little bell icon where the subscribe button was and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody, please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.